Prescott. Pressure. He's in trouble. He's sacked.
I drank the vodka bottles on the plane. October 11th, October 12th, and 13th, and 14th, I was intoxicated. I drank all of those days. I drank. I'm drunk now.
Says on the beat, boy.
Yeah. Cause he wanna light. Headlights, I've been whipping midnight through the city. I've been going through some things, tryna get my mind right. Push the bucket to the limit, push that bitch into the fence. Gotta get the full control, gotta get my mind right. Headlights, I've been whipping midnight through the city. I've been going through some things, tryna get my mind right. Push the bucket to the limit, push that bitch into the fence. Gotta get the full control, gotta get my mind right. Yeah.
What's going on, Cowboys Nation? It's your boy DMV back with another one. Last night I did not want to, do a reaction video because I like to get my thoughts together. I know some people out there, they can react and guys want to see that. I'm one of those guys that likes to put my thoughts together, take notes and really just kind of simmer on everything so that I can give it to you fans the way that you want to hear it, right? And bottom line, there are three things that I want to focus on in this video. And I always focus on the team per se, not so much the outside things, as to why this team is successful and not. So we're going to focus on Dallas first, and then we'll talk about some of the outside things. But number one, Dallas had opportunities to win that game yesterday. So we fell to the Eagles 28-23. But Dallas had multiple opportunities in that game to win it, even with the officiating being as bad as it was. The Philadelphia Eagles put the ball on the ground 3 times yesterday, and they fell on it by the grace of the football gods. It got back to them all 3 times. When the ball hits the ground like that, you have to somehow get it. You have to. And Dallas missed out on 3 opportunities. Jalen with the strip sack, he fell on it. Swift fumbled it twice, and it somehow Philadelphia is the best at the league, I guess, at falling on fumbles. But they somehow fell on their own fumbles 3 times yesterday. The next point, as far as Dallas having opportunities, down at the 10-yard line with 27 seconds left, we don't help Terrence Steele, who's been struggling all damn day. This is stubbornness from the coach, and we'll talk about that. But 27 seconds left, down at the 10-yard line. You got to capitalize on that. You have to capitalize on that. You cannot get sacked right there. At first, I was like, Dak can't take that sack. I watched the play again, and Terrence Steele got his boots smoked on that play. He got whooped, as he had been getting whooped all game. We had an opportunity, you know what I'm saying? And an extra point was, Dak stepping out on that 2-point conversion. Maybe we kick a field goal there and take it to overtime. You know what I'm saying? Like, we had opportunities. And then the last one is the drive with Schoon. We didn't get in the end zone. The one where he got tackled at the goal line. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't punch it in with these running backs. We can't. First and second down were terrible. Dak did all he could there. That drive, we have to score points, And that ended up being costly. Number 2, Dallas is stubborn. The decision-making off the field or the decision-making by our coaches is hurting us in these close games. Or the front office. We need a running back. We need a running back that's going to break tackles, that's going to get us 1 to 2 extra yards that maybe we weren't supposed to get. Tony ain't it. Let's just call it what it is. Tony's tipping. If it ain't blocked clean, and that's for all of our backs. If it ain't blocked clean, we struggle. And that's a sign of an average running back room. Now, we could argue how they should sub them in and out. Yeah, sure. But right now, the running back play, we're not getting out of that what we need to. If anything else, a running back should be able to help you punch the ball in the goal line. We're not getting what we need to. And I felt like there were opportunities there. Tony is going down that first contact. He's going down the first contact. Rico's getting 1 carry a game, so they don't trust him. And Lipke ain't getting no carries. Stubborn. But we have all we need, though. You know what I'm saying? Michael Gallup Michael Gallup ain't it. Right before half, that drop, that was costly. He's having costly plays like that a lot. I don't know how many times you need to see him, and then you need to see Jalen Tolbert continue to make plays. Jalen Tolbert grew up a little bit yesterday. I think he needs to start taking those snaps now. He needs to start taking the Gallup snaps, and we need to start phasing him out, personally. And lastly, as far as stubbornness, Dan Quinn, the drive to start the game and the drive out of halftime, extremely soft play calling as a defensive coordinator. And those ended up being, that's 14 points in a game in which they scored 28 points. I think the players executed very well yesterday. I think Dan starting that, and he's done that quite a bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't start games very well on defense, and then we kind of settle in. But at halftime, I don't know what the hell coming out of halftime. I just don't know. But Dan has to get better at starting halves. Has to get better. And number 3, I'm going to get on the officiating. The officiating was horrid yesterday. And I can see why people say that this is scripted. And I'm starting to believe that type of stuff. The holding on Schoon with Rico's run. And then come back the next possession for Philadelphia. And y'all don't see Donovan Wilson getting held on the sideline on the A.J. Brown screen. Nah. It was blatant on that play. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about the commentators talking about staying within the framework. I see Donovan's whole sleeve getting pulled right here. Schoon on the goal line. Y'all, they kept talking about how short he was short. Talk about talk about him getting tackled. That's a pass interference. It's a pass interference at any level. You cannot tackle somebody before the ball gets there. It's a pass interference. You can call it complaining and all you want. That's not even a close play. It's a complete pass interference that they missed on purpose. They picked up the flag on illegal hands to the face. Surprise, surprise. They did it against Miami too. They want Philadelphia in the Super Bowl, bro. It is what it is. I'm going to call it now. Philadelphia and the Eagles will have a rematch. Battle of the Swifties. Battle of the Swifties. It's going to happen. Because you look at that officiating yesterday and some of these things that were called, and then you watch from week in and week out how the games are reffed against Philadelphia and Kansas City. I don't know how y'all don't see this collision course coming. And lastly, Micah Parsons was held all damn day yesterday. Blatant as day. They don't call holds on Philadelphia. We talk about the best offensive line. I seen the Dallas front give them hell all day. I seen them give them hell. I seen the pass rush come alive. But dog, you're going to allow them to hold. They're going to be the best offensive line. It is what it is. But with all of those things said, man, the officiating, the missed opportunities, the coaches being stubborn, and you think about the Aubrey kick out of bounds and stuff like that, I think Dallas lost that game. You know what I'm saying? Collectively, if you look at it, I think they were the better team even with the officiating. Because the things that I pointed out, Dallas still had more opportunities than the officiating, you know what I'm saying, and the timely calls. That does matter. But Dallas, I think, is the better team. But unfortunately, Philadelphia has had enough experience in those type of games, and they leaned on it yesterday. And that's a talent. It is a talent to be able to win games when they're muddy. They've won all of their games muddy this year. Now, I don't know what that means in October, but, you know, come November, come December, come January, the balls might not bounce the same. They might not bounce into your lap like they did yesterday. But I do think Dallas left some plays on the field yesterday, and that's why they lost the game. That's why we lost the game. Moving forward, the coaches got to get out of their own way and stop being stubborn. We have to use our people correctly if we didn't trade for people, or if we're not going to bring anybody in. If we're not going to use our people correctly, then don't tell me we don't need other people. Then don't tell me that. But let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man. Dallas needs to take care of business the next 3 weeks, maybe the next 4 weeks, and try and keep things level in case Philadelphia drops a game or two. And then that game in December will matter. But as it stands right now, Dallas looks like they're playing for a 5th seed, and they got to take care of business over about the next month. Appreciate you guys for tuning in, man. I'm out. Peace.